on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out.
Here we go now.
Play action. It's Goff. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
Regular. Get ready. Blues. Regular. Deep. Get ready. Regular. 18.
Throwing now. Palmer on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Back now in San Antonio as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter.
Let's go.
Now Palmer on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. To throw on second down is gone. And that'll be incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Throwing on third, Goff. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On the return is Peterson. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's a carry for Oliver. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go. Blue, mirror, mirror, mirror. Mirror, mirror, mirror.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. From the gun on third down, it's Palmer. And this is going to be intercepted. Intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Ayers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw. Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Now a handoff here to his running back, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it. And
this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, Palmer, complete. Richardson has it. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. On third down, Palmer. And this is going to be incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And it's fourth down. Here's Jacob Shum now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. A beautiful fake. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their